Angel, how was it having to hold Coach Mulkey back when she got a little heated there?
It was fun. I mean, me and Coach Mulkey have similar personalities, and we really like to win no matter the score. And of course, she's going to fight for us, and we all fight for her. So, in that moment was fun, and we knew we had her back, and she had our back.
Angel right here. You scored the first 5 points in this one. I think 7 of the first 9. For you, is it important to get off to a fast start, and how does that affect your confidence throughout the game?
I think honestly, as a team, we've been starting out pretty slow, and we can't do that. And being able to just pick up on that as one of the leaders on the team, trying to just punch first and just start that. And I think that will make it contagious for everybody else on the team. So I tried to do that tonight.
Angel, Mikaylah struggled and I didn't have the best shooting game that we've seen from her, but there were a few looks from you of just giving her that confidence of like keep shooting. For you, trying to bring her up, how is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I know how it is when the ball won't go in the ocean, but I think trying to give her as much confidence, especially in a game like this, I told her we'd rather have it now than a bigger game. I mean, you know Mikaylah and her skill and what she can do. So having nights like this sometimes is humbling for us, and just being able to have those nights and just going back to the lab and working is something that we need sometimes. So just giving her as much confidence because she's still a freshman. Like, you really don't understand when you miss shots, like you're so upset with yourself, but we're winning by 40. So she has a lot of high expectations for herself.
Hey, Angel, too, for you. During your absence, were you able to get home and see your mom at all? Or
My mom came down here to visit me, yes.
Okay. And then, too, just being able to go back home and being able to probably see her, maybe see Jew as well. Just talk about how much you've maybe grown just in the last 2 or 3, 4 weeks from that moment and being able to go back home, see them, and get to play in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a surreal moment. It's like my homecoming. I mean, I think it's sold out right now. My auntie went to Coppin State, so everybody's going to come out. I don't know who they're going to be cheering for, if Coppin or LSU, but just being able to see so many people in the community and come out to see LSU. I mean, I've done a lot for Baltimore, and me coming back is going to be a big thing. We're trying to just organize everything now because I know it's going to be a madhouse there, but I'm just excited to go back home. Hopefully, maybe I'll be able to catch one of my brother's games too and support him. So family has always been something that's been important to me, and I just appreciate my coaches being able to schedule a game back home for me, which is important.
Mikaylah, when you and the guards are shooting like y'all did tonight, when you're struggling to, outside the paint, what's going through your mind, and how does that sort of, I guess, change your approach to the game, if at all?
I mean, it's what we can do outside of making shots, whether it's rebounding, whether it's getting in the passing lane and getting steals, and feeding the post players. They carried us tonight, and we just have to get better on that.
Mikaylah, when you finally hit that three, what's going through your head?
Finally. I mean, it took 4 quarters, but it went in finally, so.
For both of you, how would you just assess how last year's done over the last 3 or 4 games, running the point for you guys and just stepping in, obviously having to fill those shoes for Haley a little bit? Just what have you liked about last year being out there with you guys?
I think honestly instilling confidence in her. I mean, she is one of our vets and was here last year, so she kind of does know it better than anybody else. She played behind Alexis Morris last year, so she knows a lot. I mean, just trying to build confidence into her. The point guard role is very, very hard, and I understand that, and just trying to help her as much as we can, just talking to her and just being able to be there for her in a moment like this. But I think she's done a great job stepping up in a moment where Haley's down.
I mean,
More questions here for the players after Mikaylah answers this one.
I mean, just to piggyback off of Angel, Poe is a great teammate as well. So her just stepping into that role with an open mind and accepting the role was a really good thing for me, knowing that she's accepting and that she's a good teammate. And not only that, but she's encouraging us as teammates as well.
Angel, I just wondered, this game, playing the game in Baltimore, is this something that came up when you were being recruited? Is it something that you said, hey, this is something that you kind of said, hey, this would be nice? How did it come about to your recollection?
No, I don't think we really talked about it that much. Of course, I wanted to play closer to home because me going to Maryland was a reason because my grandparents, being able to have them around, and they don't really fly much. So being able to go back home and playing in front of them is going to be something that's going to be important to me and really fun for me. And a lot of people that have supported me in my career. I think that's just important, and especially as a senior, I mean, whatever decision I do make at the end of the year, being able to do this is going to be something that I will always remember.
Angel, I got two questions. Is your mother going to help plan the pregame meal or cater it? I just wanted to, what do you hope that your teammates will get the example?
No, actually, we're gonna probably cater this place that I always grew up on in Baltimore called Taste This, and they have like good soul food. And I told them they said they're gonna cater for us and bring food for us, and they're gonna get some good food. So we're gonna do that.
Besides your grandparents, you mentioned, there's someone or some people that you would look forward to playing in front of for maybe the first time in a while?
My high school coaches, for sure. My high school, some of the girls that I played with in high school, just the community, being able to go back. I think I'll be able to go back and show some of my teammates the court that was named after me as well. So going into a community where it was hard in Baltimore and just understanding what I came from and being able to be in that community and giving back to them. And we did it for them. I mean, we gotta realize LSU is coming to Baltimore and realizing what the importance is.
Last question here for the players.
Yeah, this is for Angel. You're surrounded by great scorers this year, and you haven't had to carry the team as much. Can you talk about, I guess, how much you kind of enjoy your new role and not having to go out and put up 25 a game every game, knowing that you are surrounded by people who can score?
It's fun. I mean, being able to have teammates that I'm fighting for the rebounds. I know y'all see down there, we're fighting for rebounds, literally fighting for rebounds down there. It's so much fun, and I think it kind of helps build my confidence to work on other areas of my game as well. So having great teammates around me that encourage me, and we encourage each other, and it makes us better. It makes us unstoppable because they can't guard all of us.
All right, thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Coach, we know you're a bit on the passionate side. Is this the first time you've gotten a double tech and been kicked out, and kind of why this one did it?
Well, I can't talk specifics on why, that we can't talk about officiating. But no, it's not my first time to get tossed. I've been tossed before. Yeah. Made y'all stay and have to work late. No, it just, it was time.
Yeah, Kim, kind of piggybacking off of that, Scott and I may have a working theory here. It kind of seemed like the energy in the building was maybe lacking a little
I
bit.
didn't get to hear it. I had to leave. I did get a lot of text messages, from those that still love me. Like, girl, you got an ovation for getting tossed. But no, he did the right thing. I'm not questioning that. In fact, I think I helped him. I said, I'm not leaving you. You better toss me. Something like that, I think. I don't remember exactly, but it was like he had no choice. And I appreciate it. I appreciate officials that know what you're trying to do out there. I don't appreciate bad calls, but it's part of coaching, guys. I think it was funny. I think it was Angel. It's Precious. She's pulling me back, and she just finally said, Kramer, come help me. She's calling my son from the stands. It was Precious. I mean, it's just moments like that you'll reflect on when you're a coach. When you're retired, that you reflect on as a coach. Just fighting for my kid.
Coach, I guess speaking of Angel, was this the best performance that she's had since she's been back? With the team?
It's hard for me to gauge that because of the point differential. Let's hold off on that and wait until it's a nip and tuck game. But I do want to say this about Angel. Angel and I communicate all the time if you watch us in the game. And Angel wants nothing more than Aaliyah Del Rosario to get her minutes. Coach, put her back in. Let's help her with her confidence. So people don't have to know that about Angel, but she's got a mind of we're only as good as the depth we have on this team. And when she says things like that, that lets you know it's not about statistics.
No, I was finishing To have Angel at the top of her game and then Anissa, who's been playing so well, and she had a double-double as well. How do you like them to play together? How do you like, do you want them to be competitive with each other? And have you had similar scenarios with two very dominant post players? And what do you
Without
like?
question, I have. Let's don't forget Kalani Brown and Lauren Cox won it for Baylor in 2019. They were 6'7" and 6'5" down there. Great passing tandem, great high-low look. Angel and Morrow are different. You know, they're smaller than those two I had there. But you go back through the history of my coaching, I've always had good post. And the more they play together, the better they'll become. I think that it's very obvious. You better find them and get a body on them because they're going to be around the basketball when it's shot.